Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Mad as a Goat. Today I'm going to be giving my opinions on the age-old question, which is better, Windows or Apple? In my opinion, Windows is superior in almost every way. Firstly, price. It's at a reasonable price, I will admit. I mean, if you pay $530, you can get an, Windows 8 computer with 4 gig RAM, a graphics card, a pretty decent CPU, something that'll run and pretty much do anything you really want to do on it. Now, $1,200 for an Apple laptop, you're going to get half the power. You're going to get half the RAM. The CPU is going to suck. And then on top of that, it's not compatible with almost anything. You have to buy extra bits for it just to make it compatible with anything. For instance, with this video camera I use, it records an MOD file. Now, when I first came across that, I was like, oh, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. I haven't heard of that video file before. But luckily for me, I use Windows. So when I plugged it in, I was able to play the video immediately. Wow, thank you, Windows. I tried the same thing on an Apple operating system. And guess what? It said it did not have the codec. Now, unlike Windows, you can't just easily go and download the driver, which isn't even needed because they are smart enough to put it in the operating system. But anyway, I digress. You have to go to a store and pay like $100 just to get the drivers for the fucking thing to run. So you're paying more for no reason. There is no reason that Apple costs as much as it does, okay? So the whole price thing is just ridiculous. These people say, oh, but we pay for security. Now, yes, I will admit, Apple computers are a lot more secure than Windows. It's true, no one can deny that. But it's secure to the point that it is unnecessary unless you're a fucking idiot. And that's what I think Apple markets towards. Their computers are completely airtight secure. It's almost impossible to get a virus through to a fucking Apple. I don't think anyone ever has before, or at least I don't think so. But with Windows, they do come across viruses, but easy to avoid if you use your brain. The only reason to pay the extra $500 to get this amazing product with the amazing security is because you're too stupid to not notice where viruses, malware, and all that sort of shit is. If you have a working brain, you will be able to use Windows quite efficiently. And here's another thing, and I fucking hate this argument. It pisses me the fucking hell off. All fucking Apple lovers always say this. Oh, but Apple is so easy to use. Windows, the most common operating system on pretty much all computers around the world. Everyone knows how to use fucking Windows, okay? Most people haven't even seen the Apple operating system layout before. They don't know what it looks like. If you say to someone, little circle in the corner, taskbar, words like that, most people know what you're talking about. I can't give you not even one piece of jargon about fucking Apple operating systems. Because it's not used. And you're going to say, oh, it's still easier to use. No, there's a reason why they don't use Apple. Because it's not easy to use. Windows is so easy to use. That's why they use them to teach kids how to use a computer. When you go into a computer lab at a primary school, you're not going to find a bunch of Apples. You're going to find PCs. And not because of price. No. It's because Windows is easier to use. It's easier to figure out what to do. It only takes one tutorial and you pretty much can use the whole thing and do whatever you want on it. But with Apple, everything's a pain in the ass, or you have to buy additional parts just to get it to work. So that whole argument, oh, it's easy to use, is bullshit. It's a load of crap. And the reason why Apple costs so much has nothing to do with the technology. They're not doing anything revolutionary. They haven't done that for at least 5 years, okay? The reason why it costs more is because it doesn't sell as much as Windows. Windows are able to make it cost less because they make so much money because so many people use it. The only reason Apple are making you spend $900 for a phone is because they know not many people are going to buy it in comparison to a Windows product. Now, even though the Windows phone was a complete failure, it still sold a lot and was still at a reasonable price. And when I say reasonable, it was $1,000, the same as the iPhone. As far as I'm concerned, if the iPhone is worth $1,000, then the fucking Windows counterpart should be worth $1,000 as well. Now, it was a complete flop because of this whole branding thing. Everyone goes, iPhone, it's a good phone, it's the best phone, it's the most, it's a piece of fucking crap, okay? You guys are being duped. Every Apple lover, you're being duped. All the whole thing about easy to use, oh, it's worth that money, all your stupid arguments make absolutely no sense, okay? If everyone just started using their brains, there would be no argument. Everyone would just say Windows is the superior one. But unfortunately, there are still stupid people in the world who think paying $1,200 for something that has half the power is totally a good idea. Oh, those people don't deserve money. Anyway, that's all I got to say on that. Dalai Lama thanks you. That was just weird, I'm sorry.